Okay, here we are with the second game in this series between LOLCraft, the red Zerg at the bottom left of Tal'Darim Altar, and Silver, the pink Terran at the top left. In the last game we saw a bit of a failed roach drop strategy from LOLCraft. He ended up cancelling the Ventral Sax research seconds from completion, which pretty much resulted in a GG right there. So this game we're hoping to see a little bit of a better execution of that strategy. LOLCraft being a super manner bear here, as always. And Silver is going to be walling in naturally. So we're going to see if Silver does the exact same Hellion opening. He does know what's coming if he does that, I think. So we're going to hopefully see the execution of this roach drop against the Hellion opening, and I'm really interested to see what the results are going to be. And the barracks are about to go down. There they are, right at the choke point. So far nothing super crazy going on. LOLCraft going to 15 a hatch, which is fairly standard in this matchup. We do see the refinery going down for Silver. That should signal a factory, which probably indicates that Hellion play yet again. So nothing too noteworthy going on yet. This is still the early stage of the game. And there is the orbital command going down, Marine being constructed. Here's a fun fact I recently learned from a video with OGSMC. The Marine will pop out at approximately 3 minutes and 4 seconds, and Silver's is actually a little late. Which is kind of interesting. Oh, he throws down a reactor on that barracks quickly. Very interesting. I'm not sure if LOLCraft saw that. He did see it, but I'm not sure if he had a chance to click on it before he showed up. And we got a second gas for Silver for the reactor and no factory yet. He can't quite afford that factory because of the reactor. And I'm very curious what this is going to mean. Probably he's going to use the reactor on the factory and then go for those Hellions, but he is slowing down the factory production just a bit. You have LOLCraft starting to mine gas now, going for that Zergling speed upgrade eventually. And there is the command center. Oh, it's going to be... Silver doing a very unique build. I'm sure he's going to make a factory at some point here because he's mining 2 gas geysers. And he has a reactor on this barracks, which means he's really only going to make Marines. Okay. So this reactor was indeed for the factory. He's going to make that factory on the reactor, and here's another reactor. So he really wants those Hellions out pretty quickly, but he's not going to be able to get that blue flame upgrade. And LOLCraft has only seen the reactor on the first barracks, but he is going for that roach warren, and he's doing the same build yet again. So, I mean, based on his scouting, he doesn't quite know that this is the same build, but it turns out it's going to be. And now with this Zergling, he's going to confirm that suspicion. He will see the factory, and his strategy is pretty much going to remain the same. He's not going to deviate. This is exactly what he's looking for. Here's that command center being constructed. And we do have quite a few drones. Pretty much nothing out of the ordinary. This is an interesting deviation, a double starport from Silver. That is going to be very unexpected, and especially against that roach play that he knows LOLCraft is going to go for. These double starports are going to be really, really deadly. The question is, will LOLCraft sacrifice this Overlord in time to see it and switch over to those Mutalisks? Meanwhile, of course, Silver has no real idea what LOLCraft is doing, but he knows that this is the strategy LOLCraft wants to do, and he's just kind of metagaming him right now, sort of blind countering this build. Oh, he's going to go for a lot of Vikings, I guess. This is an interesting play. I would have expected perhaps Banshees out of these starports, and now that he has them on the reactors, I would expect a whole lot of medevacs. But there really just aren't any barracks. Barracks? What's the plural of that? Barracks. I don't know. Raxes. I'll say that. There aren't that many to necessitate the medevacs. So it looks like he's just going to attempt to snipe down all the overlords that are dropping the roaches, and just, you know, totally blind counter what he thinks LOLCraft is doing. We look quickly at the worker count. We are about even. Zerg could be farther ahead, but since he's going for this early aggression, he isn't really able to get all those drones out that he would love to have. And now we do have Ventral Sack, seconds from completion. Will he cancel again? He also has Pneumatized Carapace going down, and indeed he does have Overlords all fully upgraded this time. And he's loading up that drop. How many roaches is he going to have? Quite a lot of roaches, in fact. This is going to be quite a powerful drop. He does have speed drop overlords. He made basically the fastest rush you could get to them. Silver going for a sort of mass Viking strategy. A very interesting strategy. If the roaches do get into this base, in fact, if he even were attacked straight up at this point, I think he would just lose. And he's really going to rely on sniping down those overlords. If he can't get the overlords and the roaches land, these Vikings are going to be very, very ineffective. So, quite an interesting set of strategies here. Infestation pit now. Again, interesting transition. We're not seeing any Banelings or any Mutalisks from LOLCraft. He's still making roaches. He's actually getting behind in the worker count at this point. Vikings are destroying the rocks. They aren't actually prepared and in position to accept this drop. This is going to be really deadly. The roaches, as soon as they are leaving the overlords, of course all the overlords won't be able to survive the Vikings, but this is just going to be a really tough push to deal with. All he has are these Vikings on the ground. He has nothing else, basically. And all the SCVs have to be pulled. Here come the Vikings landing. There's a huge number of them. And I'm not really sure, though. Vikings are just pretty bad, but, oh, terrible position for LOLCraft. A bunch of his roaches not doing anything. And here comes a repair, and this is probably going to go ahead and, you know, seal this drop. Very, very interesting. And now, of course, if he can find... He can't quite find the overlords. The overlords are really nicely hidden back here. And if those overlords get away, I think that this drop will be quite good. He's already doubled the worker count of our Terran player. And now he's going to go ahead and fly in for some counter-harassment with these Vikings. This could be really, really strong because LOLCraft just doesn't have an army. He has all these roaches here, but they're out of position. Oh, he's going to get a free overlord, or overseer right there. He's going to land right in this mineral line. Is he? No, he's just going for all the overlords. Wow. Wow, this is... I mean, this is going to be the worst supply block any Zerg has ever experienced. This is insane. The last time I saw a strategy like this was probably when Liquid TLO used it in beta, I believe. And he just... Oh no, Vikings landing in the wrong spot. Here come the roaches and lings, and those Vikings really can't do much here. Good fungal could actually do a ton here. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get the fungal? Vikings running away. Oh, there's a fungal, big fungal. And he just needs to throw out some infested turns. GG. Alright. I don't know if that was entirely a lost position. Zerg was incredibly supply blocked, but, you know, interesting strategy, and when it fails, all he has are Vikings, which are just not that great. So, thank you for watching. Pretty entertaining set of strategies we've seen here. So, see you later.